Choir's first piece for this evening is Seize the Day, from the musical Newsies. You may know it as a 1992 Disney movie, but the musical debuted on Broadway in March 2012. Tonight's performance will feature soloist Johnny Volz. We hope you enjoy Seize the Day.
And seize the day. Don't be afraid and don't delay. Nothing can break us, no one can make us give our rights away. Arise and seize the day.
This evening, the first set of honorees that I want to make sure we get a chance to acknowledge are a group of students who took on the task of doing a little extra. So the first category I want to make sure I acknowledge, if you are a student who took the risk and tried out for a solo at any point this year, will you please raise your hand? So, random story. I teach at the junior high too, and my first period and second period kids write their own compositions, and we're performing one of them from each class next week on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock in the junior high auditorium. And there's a solo in one of them, and I made the girls that wrote it choose the soloist. And they had to get up there and break the news to the class. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. And yeah, it's that hard. It is so hard to tell all of those awesome kids that just raised their hand that I can only pick one. And so it takes a lot of bravery, and I'm so incredibly proud of all of you who took the risk, even if you didn't get the reward at the end. Thank you for being brave. The next set of kids that I want to acknowledge, we do a project in the middle of the year called the American Idol Project, and if they get rid of that show, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. We just might live American Idol for a while. And it's optional. Kids can do a written project or a slides project if they're too afraid to do this. But each class selected a winner. We do a first round, and then they pick a top 5, they perform again, and they select a winner. And I want to make sure I acknowledge these kids. They received certificates and a snack and a fabulous pair of music socks as a prize. So our winner from 4th period, and if you would just raise a hand when I call your name, we'll give you a round of applause. Our winner from 4th period was Cicely Williams. Our winner from 5th period was Maya Amos. And our winner from 6th period was Natasha Colombo. This September, we had the opportunity to have students audition for the Washington Music Educators Association's Junior All-State Youth Choir. It's open to kids in grades 5 and 6 from across the state of Washington. Usually you're lucky if you get a handful, and this year I had 11 that were selected to be part of that. It's an incredible honor to be selected, and I am so very proud of these young ladies, as it is. But the process of doing an audition is truly frightening because it's literally me and the recorder in a room, and it's kind of scary. So if you took time to audition for All-State, whether you made it or not, would you please raise your hand so we can give you a big round of applause? Thank you for being brave and taking the time to prepare for that process. Auditions will be open next fall during the month of September. There'll be times available if your student's still in choir. And yes, there is a junior all-state for grades 7 and 8 if they're interested and they're still in choir at the junior high. Students that were selected for all-state, I'm going to read all of their names and then we'll clap for them at the other end, otherwise it's a really long process. So when I call your name, it's alphabetical, raise your hand, and we'll give you a big round of applause. Maya Amos, Sophia Allen, Sophia Anderson, Camille Dilworth, Ava Ferguson, Natasha Colombo, Alexia Ortiz Chavez, Nina Parson, Yaritza Rodriguez Lopez, Izzy Stevens, Cicely Williams. Those are our 11. And the last round of acknowledgements, and then we'll sing a couple more songs and then we'll do their awards. In January, we had our regional solo and ensemble competition, which is open to kids in grades 6 through 12. And all of our middle school students took either excellence or superiors from solo and ensemble, and I want to make sure we acknowledge them for all of their hard work and for representing West Valley Middle School in such a wonderful way. So our soloists were Ava Ferguson, Heber Johnson, Kaylin Peterson, and Sierra McLaughlin. Big round of applause for those 4 people. And we had 3 duets, Sophia Anderson and Katie Buchanan, Ava Ferguson and Cicely Williams, and Bailey Lowry and Sophia Macias. And while Chloe comes down to introduce the next song, I also want to make sure I acknowledge the entire choir. Our last performance was in the gym at the middle school, and we performed for contest the following morning, and all 3 of our choirs went to contest and received superior ratings, which is the highest category you can. So that means that all 8 of our high school, middle school, and junior high choirs received superiors at contests this year. So it's a wonderful thing to see the program doing so well. So I wanted to thank all of them for their work.
Hamilton and American
musical was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and based on a 2014 biography of Alexander Hamilton by Ron Sherman. It premiered in New York City on January 20th, 2050, and has gone to win multiple awards, including the 2016 Pulitzer Prize for Drama. We hope you enjoy My Shot, featuring soloists Cooper Johnson, Elise Bagnall, Caleb Lindner, and Isaiah Garcia.
I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but boy, I'm amazed and astonished.
The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word I drop now.
I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable.
Plan is to fan this spark into a flame. The man is getting dark, so let me spell out the name.
Our next piece, our fourth and fifth period treble choir will be performing for you tonight, is four of the most popular pieces from Annie, the original 19.
I have a couple other thank yous I'm going to make, and then we have some awards. So the first thank you I want to give is to the staff at West Valley Middle School. They are an amazing group of teachers, an amazing group of staff members who, if you don't know, we go straight from Teacher Appreciation Week into state testing. So they are very hardworking wonderful people, and they do amazing things for your students. If you haven't had a chance to thank them, please do, kiddos, yes? Okay, but if you would please help me thank them, especially, I know I have a few that are here, well, I have a few junior high cohorts that are here tonight, and Mrs. McDonald, thank you for all of your support. Thank you, Dr. Finch, for being here tonight. You don't even have a kid on the stage, and I love to see your face, so thank you so much for being here tonight. So a big round of applause for all of those staff members that make this possible. And I forgot, but they're pretty fabulous too. Our music teachers, these guys come to me and they can kind of sing already because we have some pretty amazing people at the elementary level. And I'm so blessed to work alongside such wonderful teachers. So thank you to those music teachers that support our program as well. All right. I have one more parent. I have to thank our parents. So we ran choir contests. We're doing it again next year because it's outstanding soprano, and I'm going to ask you to hold your applause until I've read all of the names for the category. They will come down front. So if I read your name, you're going to come down here, and you're going to be all excited, and you're going to stand there, and I'm going to shake your hand. And you're going to stay here, and we're just going to keep filling up the line and going this way. And making room for the new category, and then I'll send you away and we'll clap for you. Does that make sense? Yes? They will get their certificates afterwards because if I send them up there with them now, they will be trashed by the end of the concert. So, our winners for Outstanding Soprano from 4th period was a 3-way tie between Addie Campos, Ashley Dio, and Madeline Yeager. Come on down, ladies. 2 of them are here, one of them's homesick tonight. And our 5th period winner is Presley Smith Bruns. And our 6th period winner was Ella Greeno. Our outstanding altos from 4th grade, I'm going to read all of them and then can we clap for all of them? Otherwise, you guys are going to be here all night. I'm sorry, because there's a lot of these guys. 4th period, Bailey Lowry. Congratulations, Bailey. Hey, how about choir? Can we shout their name and clap at once, like we do for piano tests? Can we try that with Bailey? Ready, go. Bailey! That's how we do it. From 5th period, Aubrey Lizot. Say it. Aubrey! Yaritza Rodriguez Lopez. Yaritza! And Sage Williams. Sage! And from 6th period, Maddie Becker. Maddie! Big round of applause for the altos. Outstanding baritone. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. There's only one of him. The outstanding baritone from 6th period, you heard him earlier, Johnny Bowles. Big round of applause for our section winners. Our outstanding 5th graders from 4th period. Oh, I typoed that. That's fabulous. Sophia Allen. Say it. Sophia. From 5th period, Avery Rivera. Avery. And from 6th period, Jacob Carlson. Jacob. Big round of applause for our 5th graders. Our outstanding 6th graders from 4th period. Okay, never mind, we'll clap for you anyway. From 4th period, Cicely Williams. Cicely! From 5th period, Kira Koppel. Kira! And Lily Smith. Lily! And from 6th period, Jonah Rodarte. For outstanding leadership, from 4th period, Mary Seal. Mary. From 5th period, Bethany Yergoyen. Bethany. You can join in, it's all good. And from 6th period, Bryce Hebden. Bryce. Big round of applause for those three students. Okay, so this one I always have to make sure I say stuff. The next award is for most improved, and I try to explain it to the kids as this. It's not about you sucked in the fall, and now you suck less. And it's not always that you struggle singing. Sometimes it's a change in attitude, sometimes it's in their ability to read music, sometimes it's singing. But a lot of times the improvement is all over the place, because really the growth in them this year is quite astounding. I'm really impressed with every kid that's on this stage. But I asked these guys to tell me which of their peers they felt improved the most. So I am incredibly proud of all three of these kids, because they are amazing. So from 4th period, Ruby Dallas. Ruby. From 5th period, Hallie Cleaver. Hallie. And from 6th period, Mahi Drua. Mahi. Congratulations, ladies. Outstanding vocal contribution. This doesn't mean they're a big diva. This just means that we don't think we could do without them. So, from 4th period, Monica Munoz. Did I do it okay? Is your brother here?
Yeah, he's over there.
Did I do it okay? Where's your brother? Did I do it okay? Okay. From 5th period, Maya Amos. And from 6th period, Heber Johnson. Heber! A big round of applause to these kids. Our final voted on award is my favorite, because I think it takes an incredible child to motivate and inspire their peers. We can't even motivate them to get out of bed some mornings. So the fact that these three motivated their peers to be better students in my class, I think is pretty amazing. So, because I think this is so important, I'm gonna have you give each one of them a round of applause on their own. Our winner from 4th period, Miss Ava Ferguson. Our winner from 5th period, Miss Destiny Coronado. And our winner from 6th period, Miss Natasha Colombo. Isn't it amazing? I love this age. They're so awesome. Thank you, ladies. Wait. And my final thank you before we call it an evening and sing one more piece for you is to our accompanist. Miss Franklin has been playing for me for well over a decade, and I have treasured her friendship and her help with my many choirs. So I very much appreciate everything you're able to give us, because you are truly wonderful. So I got you a fabulous set of Happy Daisies because I know happy is something that everybody needs this time of year. And it's decked out in West Valley colors. So a huge thank you to you, Ms. Franklin. Our final song this evening is from the musical Wicked, which is showing at the Paramount this summer. If you're interested, there's tickets available. I just know that if I had the money, I would totally go. So, For Good is a wonderful story about the Wicked Witch of the West. Her first name is Elphaba, and her sister Glinda. And they have their differences, but they realize that they're better off because of the other one. And so the message of this song is one of my favorites. It will feature a lot of kids. A lot of kids. Can I get my 6 to come down? I have Sage, Cecilia, and Maya on the first one that you're gonna hear, and then I have Mary and Ashley on the second one, and Jackson's on the third one, and then we have a duet a little bit later that is Ava and Avery. And these are some pretty fabulous kids. So thank you for being here this evening. Thank you for your time. If you have extra credit that you need signed, I see a lot of my kiddos come up and catch me after the concert. If your student was late for call time, they need to stick around and get credit, so make sure they get the points that they deserve. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, and we hope you enjoy For Good.